Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mike D from BrutalGamer.com, giving you your first episode of Game Bytes. So this first episode of Game Bytes here, we're going to play Worms Revolution. The version we're playing here is going to be on the PC, available to you by download through Steam. This game came available on October 10th. It is also available on PlayStation Network and Xbox Live Arcade as well. So we're going to just do a little game footage here, a quick little death match, the classic head-to-head competition of Worms for those who are familiar with the series. So we're just going to go, just play a little bit of the death match here, and put a random map on and just kind of see how things go, and kind of go over through some footage here. So you see here is kind of the 2.5D graphics that I talked about in my review, which I'll link in the show notes for this, as well as what the developers of the game have also talked about. It's kind of this, it's not really three-dimensional, but more of some depth background of things going on that really don't affect the gameplay itself. So the AI is definitely big fans, as always, of using the rocket launcher. That's my Steam ID, by the way, if anybody ever wants to play any Steam games with me. So you see you have a vast array of weaponry available to you at the beginning, which other stuff you can lock through various modes of gameplay later on. So we're going to do a classic one here, a honing missile. Probably going a little too early with it, but what the hell, why not? And yeah, probably should have shot that a little higher in the sky, but hey, it's physics. So the AI in this game does take a long time to kind of think about it. I mean, you see the counter there on your lower right. That's kind of how long they've got for their turn. The top counter is their turn counter. The bottom counter being how long we have for the match.
Let's go.
And as always, gifts. The thing you see there on your bottom left, that is the kind of the give you direction of the wind and all that. You've seen it in a lot of the series of this game. This just kind of displays it in that manner. So the baseball bat, another classic one to take care of people there on the sides. Now I want you to take note of the placement of where those worms are, because we'll come back to them a little later. Now, just to give you a chance here, while they just hit Cuckoo, you see the pond over there a little bit. You know, so the water is kind of getting into me a little bit. So this is a new feature that's in the game. It's very big on the water physics. These can be placed in throughout a map now in order to slow down and kill worms, as you know, traditionally is what water does in this game. But a little bit of water likes being displayed there that you just saw. That is pretty common commonly used in this game to slow down your opponent and to gradually kill them over time. Just use the jetpack up there to grab some health. I'm probably going to run out of time here to actually do anything effectively, but you know, we did want to make sure we grab that health at least. Although I did leave him kind of sitting as a sitting duck up there, if you will. Now, if you see there's a little counter that went, you do have the option to, you know, make settings in the game, full customization, in order to make it more difficult for yourself, to where the AIs, all their worms, gain so much health per turn. You see the ones on the bottom there too, they also gained health. Now, they used the bunker buster on us earlier, a bunker buster. We're going to go ahead and throw one on them as well. So, another quick waste of a worm. And, you know, for people who've played worms before, they know placement of your worms is everything. That can be kind of a deciding factor in a match. So they went ahead and switched the worm that they're going to use. That they just kind of teleported that worm away, and hey, get him some more health. Hills can be a pain in the rear end. We're gonna go grab that weapons crate. And where they place that worm, we're gonna try to drop something on them. You know, on second thought, I'm just gonna throw an airstrike. Why not? So, airstrike takes care of another worm there. And added on some more health to Mr. Gumdrop there. While the worm gets jiggy with it in the background. So while that was intended for one worm, he actually got lucky and hit another worm. Coins are also something you can collect in this this iteration of the Worms franchise. Those used for unlocks for new weapons and stuff of that nature. We're going to try to hit him here with another lovely bunker buster bomb. Does some damage, but not quite enough for what we wanted. So, taking some time to think, and I'm gonna get hit with a bunker buster. So we're going to go play with this fish here, which operates like a bridge. So we're going to try to use the UFO, but unfortunately I do think you have to be in close proximity to use this new weapon. So it doesn't appear that that's an option for us right now. Could use it on the dead fish, but...
Hello. Quickly.
So again, we'll probably run out of time before I can get anything done in this turn. But we're not in any real rush. We've got 3 worms alive to their 1. Alright, so see, a neat thing there is some of the physics, like objects like that, move with explosions and all that, and don't necessarily have big craters in them all the time. Alright, looks like I'm using some bazooka. Nope. Bad move on my part, so careful movement. So Sheep is kind of a sitting duck right now for him to be killed off fairly easily. Numerous different weapons available to the computer. Yeah, that works too. Now, watch where he just went and placed his worm. And we discussed that too, that there is fire that an explosion emits now, rather than just, you know, it explodes and it's done with it. So, Banana Feller, just my worm up. Just kind of going through the various... So again, as we discussed before, and it still appears to be that way, that, you know, UFOs kind of looks like you gotta be in close proximity to use them. Obviously, ninja rope is kind of useless in this situation. Hey, look, I have steam, friends. So we're gonna try a water strike here, using some of the water physics. And look at that, water physics win us the day, right? Although the water looks a little gelatin-y like. So again, that was our match. So yay, I came up victorious. Thank you everyone for watching this first episode of Game Bytes. Hopefully you stay tuned next week to where we have our first console game, a game we have from Xbox Live Arcade. I'll just tease that. It was a game that came out in 2011. Make sure to follow Brutal Gamer at brutalgamer.com. You can also follow my personal Twitter account as well, as this_is_Mike_D. Thanks again for tuning in. Have a great day.